idols or created gods are projections of human desires. Since desires are ever-changing, gods also evolve with the changes of the times. The ancient gods disappeared, and a new powerful god called totalitarianism appeared. As gods evolve, the word of God must also be updated to suit the changes of the times. The characteristic of created gods is that the creator becomes a god. In fact, this is the purpose of those who created gods. To preserve their status, they promise prosperity and happiness and oppress opponents. The attributes of false prophet and antichrist are concealment, agitation, and oppression. Cain's murder of Abel foreshadows the tragedy of the cross. The same thing is happening now between Ukraine and Russia. The two countries have the same root, but Putin and his army are devastating their brother country. And then he went to church on Easter and received the blessing of the high priest. He's a modern-day Cain. That's not all. Putin is sacrificing Russia's youth like a priest to the god Moloch, who asks people to sacrifice their children. Among them, there are innocent victims who were dragged in without knowing why. What is more tragic is that the troubled truth that Hannah Arendt saw in Ackerman, the demon of Auschwitz, there is the banality of evil, is being reenacted in the Russian army's terrible atrocities. People who are addicted to created gods do not realize that they have lost their humanity, and do not know that they have lost their freedom when they lose it. I happened to see a Ukrainian person saying this on TV. I was born and raised here and was baptized here. How could I live here? We do not know whether he's alive or dead. However, God who hears Abel's appeal will breathe life into these suffering Ukrainian people and make them living people. In contrast, Cain is cursed from the ground. The ground does not produce crops, and it becomes a wanderer. God speaks to modern-day Cain. Because you have trusted in the sword and committed abominations, and each of you has defiled his neighbor's wife, will the land become your inheritance? The Ukrainian land, with its waves of sunflowers and wheat, belongs to God, and to the gentle in heart. Putin, who is defiling the land, shall never take over Ukraine. Cain, who had sinned, still feared God and man. So God gave him a mark to prevent people from harming him and allowed him to start a family and live. If he tills the land covered with thorns and thistles by the sweat of his brow to support his family, the land becomes his. God is a healer, not an executioner. However, those that do not fear God and man and make themselves gods and take away people's lives and property are deprived of even the power and wealth they have. They could lose their lives. See Leviticus chapter 20. Putin and those who applaud him must control sin as God commanded Cain. Dictators who drive countless citizens to death are all modern-day priests of Moloch. Although they now have great power, like winds that overwhelm the wheat, in the end they will be like chaff that the wind blows away. They will not stand in judgment and in the assembly of the righteous.